Hello. Today we will be reading the story The Sleeping Pig, written by Carmen Tafela and Jan Epton Seal, illustrated by Rosario Valderrama. So the story was drawn by Rosario Valderrama. So let us begin. One morning, Selena found a huge pig sleeping in the watermelon patch. There you can see the giant or the big pig busy sleeping in the watermelon field. There you can see Selena. Oh dear. Selena began to shout, "Go home, Mrs. Pig. I wish you would go. You can't rest here in the watermelon patch. I can't pick my watermelons, so the pig is in the way." But huge Mrs. Pig didn't wake up. So Mrs. Pig was sleeping so nicely. Oh, how do you think she feels? I think she's a bit worried. Then who came along? A coyote came by and said, "Let me show you how to get Mrs. Pig out of the patch." So Coyote had an idea. The coyote began to howl and howl. So Coyote began to make a sound. But huge Mrs. Pig did not wake up. So there you can see Coyote busy calling, busy singing to Mrs. Pig, but Mrs. Pig did not wake up. A mule like a horse, a mule came by and said, "I can make Mrs. Pig climb out of the patch." The mule began to push and push. There you can see the horse or the mule pushing Mrs. Pig. But huge Mrs. Pig went on sleeping. She was not going to wake up. Who came next? A rabbit came by and said, "I will get Mrs. Pig out of the patch for you." The rabbit began to hop and hop. So the rabbit was jumping around. But huge Mrs. Pig went on sleeping. She was not going to wake up for anything. Oh, and finally, who came? A snake came by and said, "I will use my long tail to lift Mrs. Pig out of the patch." The snake began to pull and pull. There you can see trying to pull Mrs. Pig out. But huge Mrs. Pig wouldn't wake up. Oh dear, I think she's getting a little impatient. This little pig does not want to move. And then who came at the end? Then a cricket came by. There you can see the cricket, the little bug. Then a cricket came by and said, "I know, I am small and Mrs. Pig is huge. She is so big. But just look at what I can do." What do you think the little cricket is going to do? Let's find out. The cricket began to sing a tune or sing a song. Chirr, 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 dee, 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 dee. So the cricket is singing the little pig a beautiful song. What happened in the end? Mrs. Pig woke up fast. There, she's awake. Yes, it's time to go home, she said, with her nose up. A watermelon patch does not make a good bed. And she left sulking. So she left crying. She wasn't very happy. And in the end, what did Selina do? Selina thanked the small cricket. Then they ate a whole watermelon to celebrate. So because the pig ran away and they got the pig to leave, they were very happy and they celebrated by eating a whole watermelon. That's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye-bye.